Hello, I want to just talk you through threading your machine. First of all, I want to talk about the two different types of thread wrap on a spool. Here you can see we have straight wound or stack wound spool, and here we have a cross wound spool. They come in all sorts of different shapes of spool or reel, depending on what it is you're doing, or even a cone. But the principle remains the same no matter what size it is. You can see using the variegated threads the pattern is a V-shaped pattern. This means that the thread is designed to come off the top of the thread and twist around to the machine. On a straight wound, it is designed to come off and spin. One of the biggest problems people have if they're trying to use this type of thread is if they're using it and they actually get it caught on the little nick that's here, and you can see that immediately I've got a thread breakage. The principle doesn't matter if the thread comes off the end like this or whether it actually comes off the top like that. So what we're going to be using now is we're going to be using this Orifil. It's a 50 weight thread, and we're going to be using the horizontal spool holder on the machine. The alternative would be the vertical spool holder, which we would use for this type of thread. So I'm going to place the thread first of all onto the vertical spool holder. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the small spool holder on like that. And now we're going to take the thread behind, and because we need to wind a bobbin first, I'm actually going to take the thread to the bobbin tension disc, and you can hear it pinging and you can see it needs to go inside. There is a tension disc here that you need to make sure the thread is in. We're going to wind it around in the direction of the arrow, and I'm going to take my bobbin. Now on this machine, the bobbins will only go on to the bobbin winder in one direction. So I'm going to put it this way, and you can see that it will now just pop on. I'm going to take the thread around, and I'm going to wrap it several times around, and then around the thread cutter and remove the excess thread. All I need to do now is to tip that, and you can see that we're winding the bobbin. On the screen on this machine, you can actually control the speed that the bobbin is winding. Why do we need to do that? That's because sometimes we use difficult or awkward threads, or even a polyester thread which will stretch if it's pushed under too much speed. I'm going to cut the thread off, and now I have a bobbin all evenly wound. I'm now going to place that into my bobbin case. I'm going to take it through, around and up. And remember that if you touch the bobbin on the screen, you'll actually have a little video on screen that will help you along your way. I'm now going to place the bobbin case into the machine, remembering to use 2 fingers either side of the metal bar, and then using the thread cutter here, cut the thread. I need to shut the bobbin door, and that is the bobbin area done. I'm now going to thread the machine. So we're going to take the thread around the back, that already is in there, holding the tension here with my right hand, taking it down, around, in on the right, out on the left, around one thread retainer, through the other thread guide, and now I'm going to thread using the needle threader. So it comes down, around, keeping it horizontal, pushing it back, clipped, and there we are threaded. Alternatively, if you want to use what we call a stack spool, we need to deliver the thread to the machine first. So we're going to take the vertical spool holder, we're going to place a sponge on the end. This means that when we place the thread spool on there, as the thread turns, the sponge will turn too, reducing the friction so the machine is able to get the thread at the speed it wants. We then take that, And we thread up from there in exactly the same way. Okay. Thank you for watching our video. I hope that you have found it useful. Do subscribe for more hints and tips from us using your Bernina machines.